Hey everyone. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I have Cory Warfield here, and he is one of the speakers at the Future of Leadership event for the People Party Palooza, where we are raising money for Dance Marathon, a student led philanthropic organization. And you guys, like, meeting him will change your life. So we're going to give you a sneak peek. Cory, for anyone that hasn't met you yet, I'd love you to just introduce yourself and share kind of what you're doing in the world.
Absolutely. So I took LinkedIn really seriously when I first found it 10 years ago. And so at this point, I've helped bring in 10 billion views across my community. We've generated billions of dollars. I know that billion-dollar impact is a big part of what we're doing, but I have a heart for children and people that are in need. So to have people dancing and helping raise funds for that is super near and dear to my heart. I've been familiar with the People Party Palooza previously and a lot of the people involved. So I'm honored to be here. I'll teach some of what I know and show humans how to stay ahead of AI in this emergent new reality we find ourselves in.
I love that. And so, for anyone that hasn't seen the agenda yet, Corey's party is called AI Attention and Influence Winning in the New Economy. And so, Corey, what does that mean to you, like in terms of what we're going to be getting to do at the event?
Yeah, well, what I've done teaching personal branding and viral growth on LinkedIn has never had an AI component, even though I studied machine learning and deep machine learning at IBM, and I've launched several companies that leverage machine learning, which is kind of the brains and muscle behind this new AI craze with large language models. So I'm going to be teaching a lot of the human stuff, what to do, what not to do, how to connect with people, the psychology of growing a personal brand and how to go viral. But although I don't automate anything, there are some really cool tools using AI and generative AI that can be helpful in building things like content and pipelines. And some people that are less creative, maybe than others of us, can use it to kind of be a sparring partner to think about ways that they can amplify what it is that we're doing. So we'll get into some of the tools, how I use them, but how I always make sure that I, as the human, remain in the loop. And ultimately, I want people to walk away with a framework that they can use to build their pipelines, build their brands, make more money, and make more impact.
I love that. And since it's a people party, we're going to get to know you at the party. We're going to get to hear about your LinkedIn. You'll be able to drop it in the chat. We'll get to see kind of what you're doing in the world, what your goals are. What do you think, like with the people that we're gathering, what do you think would be a good question to ask them during this party that would like help us really get to know their business and what we were able to help them with?
I think the fundamental thing that I help people unpack and articulate is what makes them different than anyone else. So kind of positioning them as a one of one brand. So I think having people kind of shoot their shot with a very quick, one flight escalator pitch, and kind of unpacking how that reflects maybe with my expert eye and having worked with over 100 personal brands, I can tell them kind of what catches my eye, what might, send off some red flag signals. And so we'll make it a little bit fun. If enough people are there and we have time, maybe I'll kick a freestyle as well. I've been known to do those in some of these events. I had a rap career back in the 90s, and so people sometimes enjoy that, but it's, if the vibe's not right or if the value is more so in the workshop itself, no need, but I will bring the party aspect and we'll have some fun.
I love that. Yeah, because it's a people party, right? And
Yeah.
so the people party is because we're going to be learning from Corey and then we're all going to be interacting and getting to know each other through what Corey is teaching. And so it's going to be a really powerful session. Corey, you were giving me a sneak peek as to the offer you're putting the auction. Do you want to kind of share that with the group too?
Yeah, well, I have a 4 hour master class that I taught 4 years ago, and it's everything that I teach my clients other than the actual done with you, writing out the headlines, writing the content, unpacking some of that. And the genesis of the video was that for my first two, almost 3 years of coaching, I realized everyone was getting massive results in weeks 5, 6, and 7.
Mm.
And I was thinking, why is it that it's weeks 5, 6, and 7 that we're seeing all these incredible viral posts and inbound leads and investment capital being awarded? And I realized the first four sessions, I used to very strictly work with people once a week. The first four sessions were very replicable, very formulaic, and then was kind of the magic. So I realized if four sessions are somewhat cut and paste, why not record those in a master class? And then if my clients watch that first, then we get the big, huge results in weeks 1 and 2. So I recorded it. This video itself has generated, tens of millions of impressions and tens of millions of dollars for people that I have not coached. It's also responsible for the success of everyone that I've coached in the last 4 years. The video is a huge wow. And so that video is what I'm going to be offering, and those that buy the video are going to have a one-on-one session, not one-on-one, a group session, but just those that buy the video through the party afterwards so that we can unpack it and make it a little bit more actionable. I have tried, since this video is 4 years old, to redo it and update it several times. Never have I been able to capture all of this lightning in one bottle again. Everything in this video is incredible, with the only caveat being it says you need 50 skills listed on LinkedIn and now you need 100. But everything else has aged like fine wine. And so I'm excited to share it with people that want to take their personal brands to the next level.
So good. And so you would say this whole thing is lightning in a bottle for LinkedIn.
100%.
Yeah. So give us an idea too, because like you're like being a LinkedIn influencer also and being like recognized in that way is a big deal. Just can you give us an idea of what that building that brand, feels like and has been like for you?
Yeah, I mean it's surreal sometimes. I'll fly to different keynotes or different conferences around the world and get recognized at the airports, and walking into some of these conferences, it really does kind of feel like a celebridom in certain circles, but it's also helped me raise capital for projects of mine and help my clients raise as much money as they ever need to scale their ventures. So I think the vanity metrics are cool and fun, and it's always nice to be recognized, but I think really the impact and the dollars that have been ascribed to it have been what keep me doing this and keep me feeling good.
So good. And what does the future of leadership look like to you in your mind? Like what's this next thing coming for us?
If it's not human, it's scary. I think it really is, learning how to use the right tools as such and letting the real kind of human experience, human genius, the things that can't be codified and architected with ones and zeros shine through. I also think we're going to see a lot of one-person startups, and I'm certain that we'll see some one-person unicorns where people are able to bring their ideas to market without needing to hire a bunch of other people. And so, helping people get ahead of that curve has been a passion of mine for years now.
It's so cool because as you're saying that, that's why, so through this People Party Palooza, there's lots of different people parties throughout the event. One of them is with Jim Bunch, where he's talking about the solo entrepreneur that's creating $1 billion business now because we
Yeah.
can, and then I love that you brought the AI, that you're bringing the AI element in it, but then you're also saying like the human part of it is going to be the thing that we do. So we're like dancing with both, we're dancing with both concepts in one room, which I think is really powerful.
It's imperative. I was one of a small group of people years ago that considered myself to be an effective accelerationist. We kind of thought throw tech at all the problems and see what happens. But for a few years now, I have really been calling for us to pump the brakes, for us to reconsider how we're advancing our relationships with technology. I'm very bullish on blockchain, but I'm also very apprehensive about a lot of the recent developments with machine learning where they're hacking other systems even when they're offline. They are learning recursively and often doing things that they were explicitly taught not to. So I'm not pessimistic at all. I remain staunchly optimistic about AI and technology, but I really do think more and more people need to understand kind of the limitations, the risks, the moment that we find ourselves in. So that's what I talk a lot about as well.
So good. Well, I am so excited. These are the conversations I want to be having. So I'm just excited that you're coming in. I feel so grateful that you said yes to speaking at this event. And feel free to share, like, who do you think should be in this room? People that are coming to the Palooza.
So I'd say any executive leader, any founder, even aspiring founders that don't have a solid personal brand right now would be ideal for my workshop. Everyone will walk away with an understanding of things they can be doing differently, things that they can be doing differently than others and that they've done before, and ways to kind of put the right technology in the right places without overdoing it and over relying on technology. I also personally work a lot with speakers, with authors, with solopreneurs. So I think anyone that has an offering that they'd like to take to the next levels, should come check out what I have to say about how I use LinkedIn.
So good. I would add nonprofits too, because we're showing this new funding model. I think seeing Cory and what he's doing will help you get your brand out there too. So,
Well, I aspire to help generate, thousands, tens of thousands, it doesn't have to stop there for this charity that I believe in. So yeah, hopefully people seeing me have fun helping others and making money while generating, significant funds for a nonprofit that is really, worth getting behind can inspire them to do the same.
so good. Thank you so much. All right, for anyone that wants to stay in touch with you, where should they find you?
So LinkedIn's a great place to find me and my thought leadership, but it's a harder place to get in touch with me because I'm perpetually at the limit of everything. My inbox is, it's
Totally. Yes, I
yeah.
know.
So, typically I say, emails is a good way to get in touch with me. If you know someone that knows me that has my number, I'm always responsive on WhatsApp. And then I'm not so active on the other social platforms, but I can be found there. And here's a little bonus hack that I've used a number of times. If you have a top influencer or creator on platforms that you can't reach them on, like for me, it would be LinkedIn, for Mr. Beast, it would be YouTube. Find them on other platforms where they have less engagement, less distractions, but they also have activity. And that's a great place to either DM them or to engage with them, or they might see you and respond back.
Oh, that's so good. And we would love you to join the Future of Leadership People Party Palooza. So come join the fun. We are creating $1 billion of impact together. And thanks to Cory, this is a huge voice in the room that's going to help us get there. Do the
I'm
thing.
excited. Let's do
Don't
it.
don't wait for opportunity. Create it.